This is Bill. We are back with the February installment of BROCRHeroes. I am here with Lora Monachino. Got it? Yes. And she is a principal. And which state are you from?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. And she is an SGX certified coach. And you have a kind of unique take on what you're doing with the kids at your school. So why don't you tell everyone what you're doing?
All right. So I decided when I became a coach that I wanted to take what I loved and bring it into the schools. Kids today aren't getting the kind of exercise that they need, and they're not showing that stamina and perseverance and all the things that I really think that they need to be doing. So I took Spartan Coaching into my schools. And even though it's a little tenuous as to how the system is receiving it, I'm sort of sliding it in the best I can. So I've got kids being dismissed from circle time, and we're talking preschoolers and kindergartners, so they're little ones. They're being dismissed from circle time to go over and wash their hands walking as a cat, or doing bear walks, or doing jumping jacks along the way. I've got stations set up around the school where they do mountain climbers, or they do burpees, or they do any of the other exercises. And I'm just trying to infuse it in the curriculum so it's not something missing, it's something added value.
That's amazing. So I heard you say that you like to make your little kids do burpees.
I do.
See, when I was in high school, I had the choice. There was the choice of Corporal Punishment. Now, if I had to choose between Corporal Punishment and burpees, I think I'm going to let someone spank me.
Yeah. These little guys love it. They totally embrace the idea. I think most of them have seen their parents now trying to do this because it's all the rage. And once they get it down pat, they do it so much better than the grown-ups do. And there's nothing better than seeing these little things springing up for the ceiling. You know they're going to touch it. They're just so excited. And then they look back at you like they are thrilled at doing this stuff.
See, I'm going to have to come to your school and see how you do it, because I have a lot of trouble getting my 4-year-old to do any type of burpee. But that's because she takes after me.
Tell her the principal made her do it.
We're still learning the whole principal thing and how that's a negative connotation. So she's never had to go.
Your principal's cool and does racing.
Absolutely. She hasn't had to go to the principal's office, which means that she does not, in fact, take after me. So,
there you go.
So what is one of the things that made you want to start having your kids in your schools get involved? And you said you touched on something that they're not getting enough physical exercise. So are you starting to see maybe some benefit from that? Because we all know that there's a severe problem in the United States with childhood obesity.
Absolutely. And I've always been a big fan of having PE in the schools, but at these earlier levels, preschool in particular, it's not even built into the curriculum. So my preschoolers were not getting any sort of physical exercise built into their day. And you're seeing that across the board as they get a little bit older. They don't have the stamina. They don't have the balance. They can't even cross the midline. So you're starting to see things impact them in all areas of the curriculum, in all areas of their life. And I know that when I sort of turned my life around and got active, the difference I felt for me is something that I wanted these little guys to have, and then they can pass it along to their family members.
So you've been doing this for how long now in your school?
Just since the start of this year, so since September, really. It's
so
brand new.
You're about a half a year in, because I guess
Yeah.
winter break just happened. I forget the school calendar from where
Yes.
I've been removed so long.
Yeah, we're a good 5 months in at this point, and it's taken hold. It's taken by storm. We sort of had a little kickoff at the beginning when I went off to OCR World Champs, and they were all excited about it. So they had a mini race day at school to cheer me on and send me on my way.
That's nice.
And now they're just more proud of themselves, which is exactly the way it should be, honest.
Exactly. So, and how long have you been a principal?
I am starting my second year, so I'm halfway into my second year at the school.
Okay, but how long have you been at this particular school?
This is my second year.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of running consecutively. So
Exactly.
You've been there before you started this program. So I kind of like experiments, and this seems to me like a great social experiment. So what kind of results are you seeing right now with your kids in the school compared to before you had this programming?
They definitely think I'm really cool, which is fun. And they see me as approachable. but I'm also seeing results in the things that they're doing. I mean, we're talking preschool. They're not writing their doctoral thesis at this point, but they just have this energy about them now that they're active on a regular basis, and they have like stamina, and they have courage. They come running up to me and they're telling me the things that they're able to do, whether it's athletic related or not. They just have a confidence in themselves that I didn't see before. I think it makes me approachable. It makes all the other people in the school approachable, and it's so building their self-confidence, which is the number one thing for me.
That's amazing. And so we at BROCR, we love the kids. So we love what you're doing with the kids. Now tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what got you interested in racing and then taking you to that next level of becoming an SGX certified coach? Because that's like the big thing that Spartan is pushing this year, is the Delta, and that's one of the components of the Delta. So like, what kind of incentivized you to do that?
Maybe sort of a cliche story. A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, got beyond that. Then I went through a period with some precancerous cells and lost a job. So went through some really tough stuff and finally said, it's either going to go downhill or I'm going to have to take a different road. A friend encouraged me to go to a local race. I went to that, and I was no more over the last obstacle, that I was in the race director's arms saying, what's next? I got to do this more. What is next? And then it was fast track for me. I was 6 months from couch to coach. A couple of friends got me in, introduced me to the Spartan SGX idea, and I was lucky enough to get to one of the courses with Dr. J and Jody I. So I had the best of the best teaching me. And I really don't coach on my own. I really do it for myself and for my students at school. So that's kind of the road I took, and it's just become all-consuming. I'm sitting here in a barn that I turned into an exercise facility. I've got rings hanging from the ceiling that you can't see. It just became part of my life. And like I said, it's a little cliche, but it's that take back my body, take back my life thing. And that's what I write on the board every single time at the Spartan races is cancer sucks, taking my life back.
That's amazing. So not only did you beat cancer, but you took that to a whole new level. You got involved in the community. You got involved in racing. You let that kind of define your own individual battle, and you took it to the next level. And then you decided that you wanted to give back, and you're giving back in what I think is one of the arguably the most important ways, because we have a problem in America that we're becoming more and more sedentary, and it's just it's crossing generations now, that it's happening younger and younger, and that you're just giving you're giving of yourself. You already like battled for yourself, and then you took what strength you have left, and now you're giving it to others. And I think that is absolutely amazing. That is one of the reasons that I had to have you on, and I'm sorry it took so long to get you on here. And
we made it work.
And now we've got technology at the BROCR Review, because we're doing this over FaceTime. Is it FaceTime or Skype? Something like that. So we're teched out here, but I had to have you on because your story is absolutely amazing. Because like I said, not only did you just fight for your own life, but now you're giving back to others and helping them improve their life, especially the youngest of the generation. And I think that's the most important thing. If we can start people young, that this is important, that this should be a foundation of your life and not just something that you do whenever it's too late or you're borderline too late. That's what we need. So I'm really touched by your story, and that's why you are February's BROCR hero. And is there anything that you'd like to tell everyone at home, kind of like parting words, like kind of like an inspirational, like something that you write things on boards whenever you go to the races, but what if you could tell anyone who's sitting at home watching this to inspire them to get off the couch and just try something new? It doesn't have to be a Spartan race. It's just like to take back their life. What would you tell them?
I guess it would just be go for it, grab for it. I never thought I could swing across monkey bars and climb over walls and all of that stuff. So if I can do that nonsense, you got to give it a try. Even if it's the smallest thing, give it a try and it's yours.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. This is one principal that I think that you wouldn't mind getting sent to her office, unless you don't like burpees. But no, thank you for being on BroCR and for being our hero for February. Amazing job. Love the work that you do. We'll be keeping up with you as well. And I'm sure I'll see you at a race very soon.
You bet.
All right, Lora, you take it easy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Powered by Pet Pod, Vita Coco, and Organic Valley.